collaboration between the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office and the Wilmington Police Department is one of cooperation. It's one of no jurisdictional lines. It's one of pooling our resources together. It's one of working towards one common goal, and that is, one, to reduce crime, two, to improve the quality of life in our neighborhoods, and doing it together.
We have partnered with the Wilmington Police Department in our helicopter unit. We have a downtown task force, a housing task force. Our gang unit is working together. But it's not just these specific areas. Every area of law enforcement, we're working together, we're sharing resources, sharing information, and that's what it takes. Everybody working together to keep our communities and neighborhoods as safe as possible.
I think the major benefit of having civilian employees in the crime laboratory is that you have scientific experts working in the lab who aren't trained in law enforcement, so their purpose is a little bit different. Scientists are more of a neutral component in the law enforcement community, so we're analyzing evidence, we're processing results, and we're helping find the truth of the matter, so we may aid in an investigation.
Traffic investigators have a real benefit for us here in Wilmington, North Carolina. They take all of our non-injury accidents, which frees up our patrol officers to do proactive police work. So these civilian investigators have had a positive impact on the quality of life here in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Elements is a program within the Sheriff's Office. We are attached to the gang unit. We are a youth violence intervention program. We use a combination of prevention, intervention, and diversion to address the underlying issues of why kids are drawn to youth violence. We're in the schools, we're in the community, we're in the homes. We're bringing them here to our wonderful facility. And what we're working on with them is self-esteem. We're working on all the underlying issues that cause the kids to do the things that they're doing.
It's very important that we be transparent to our community. We've been able to use social media to get the information out quickly and accurately. We also work with our media, and we have a Citizens Academy that we invite our citizens to come to. We also have Citizen Volunteer. Last year alone, we had 5,000 volunteer hours.
And we've created a community review team where we have various members from the community, from neighborhood groups to civic, business leaders, NAACP, city council members, who all come together when we have a critical incident prior to it being released to the public, asking for their counsel so that together we can learn how we can better serve the public and how better to go forward with the community, so we are transparent. And this has been an extremely successful venture.
That allows the law enforcement community to know where to focus their work and their efforts, and then they're addressing the issues and the concerns that the local community has. So I think that's why the relationship is important. And then particularly for our laboratory, you know, if our law enforcement agencies have a good relationship with the community, then we're able to look at what resources we use or where we focus or where we grow our lab to address the issues that the community has as well.
The Wilmington Police Department and the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office, working together in public housing, are addressing some of the issues here to include the use of heroin and heroin sales. And we're using high visibility foot patrol, bicycle patrols. We're there in undercover capacity at times, but we're also there teaching Police 101 with the residents in these communities, telling them, you know, what are their rights, how should they act, what should they expect for service, and how can they cooperate with us.
Our senior citizens can come out and walk to the mailbox, not be scared. We got different programs that's coming out here to Creekwood, and we like for them to be out here to help us, and so far they have.
Our officers have to get out in the community. They have to communicate with the citizens. We can learn from each other. And if we're not out on foot or out on bicycles, then we're not going to have that opportunity to actually engage in conversations. Our vehicles allow us to get from point A to point B, but we've got to do more than that. And we encourage our officers to get out of their cars, have that contact with the citizens so that together we can share information and keep them as safe as possible.
They walk out, walk the units, get to know the community, the kids, the senior citizen. Any event that we have out, they come out. They just don't pop up. They ask, can they come out? And we more than welcome to have them out here. They get to know the residents and they talk to the people. And I think it's a good thing that the police department and the community is coming together as one. That's the only way we're gonna make it out here, if they bond as one.
It's critical that the relationship between law enforcement and their local community is based on trust and confidence. It takes all of us working together, building bridges to keep our neighborhoods safe.
A positive relationship helps build transparency. It helps us reduce crime, improve the quality of life in our neighborhoods. Without that positive relationship, we cannot be successful. And I believe that we have to work together, all of law enforcement, for good, positive outcomes.